the nation into confidence and tell us why don't I want to appoint a democratic board of board members from the private sector, from the unions, from the various constituencies around the SETA, and allow them to take decisions as a collective. Why am I choosing a single individual who is going to come and look over procurement alone, who is going to deal with the appointment of CEOs alone? Because these are administrators. That's how they capture the SETAs.
Not substantively appointed chairpersons, which is the process that's still underway.
It's a serious governance crisis. And one would think that someone like him, in his role, he understands King's codes very well when he speaks to corporate governance and good governance. You need to have a board there. Even if a board is problematic, because there are so many of them, we know that we've got eyes and ears of 1 or 2 or even 3, honest and ethical board members who are going to be able to tell the public when there are wrong things that are taking place. But now you've got one person in corrupt cases already and is accounting to himself. That can never be correct.
So what do you think is going on here? Why did he, out of many people that he could have appointed, why did he land up with these names that I've just tabulated? And what makes them unsuitable as far as you are concerned?
Look, the modus operandi of these corrupt ministers of the ANC is the same. By the way, if you look at the history of the construction SETA, it was put under administration twice before this. I was saying yesterday that we have not even finished the Duja report. So there was a Duja report which was, after the previous administrator had done his work, he says these are the problems with the SETAs and gave some recommendation in terms of what must take place. We're not done with it. We're still dealing with it. They are now putting the SETA under administration again. Now, this is what they do. They bring in an administrator. The administrator then appoints a highly overpriced forensic firm. The forensic firm then looks at the different contracts, lucrative contracts in the SETAs, says, no, this was irregular, this was irregular. They cancel the big contracts and re-advertise. That's where the looting starts. That's where the patronage starts. That's where the corruption starts. So it's only to capture the SETA and redirect funds towards the ANC, towards the South African Communist Party.
Are you not buoyed by the momentum from you having successfully as a committee held the previous minister to account almost to the point of, in fact, not almost, to the point of her downfall? Are you now do you not run the risk of almost wanting to co-govern with the minister, exercise powers that are assigned to the minister and in a way just enjoying the momentum and perhaps at the extreme end of the argument being obstructionist?
Look, we've got no problem with the minister exercising his or her discretion, but it must be within the law. He can't just wake up in the morning and do things and become a law unto himself. If he followed the Skills Development Act, if they follow the Higher Education Act, if they follow the Constitution of South Africa, we're not going to interrupt them. We only come in when we see that the executive must be held accountable. Because if we don't do that, we would have failed in the role of Parliament. And it's what the Constitutional Court said during those dark Zuma years, to say that Parliament failed in its duty to hold the executive accountable. So, yes, the ministers must run their departments. We're not there. But when they do wrong, then it's our role to come and call them out so that they can fix it.
All right, I've got to thank you for coming through to studio. That's Sihle Lonzi, member of the National Assembly on behalf of the Economic Freedom Fighters, the EFF.